Hello, and welcome to the official Classic Crew channel. My name is Diego, and today I will be joined with 4 other idiots by the name of Mihail, Mateo, Pedro, and Alex. Today we will be reading the reviews of an amazing game by the name of Flying Gorilla. But before we start the video, just a quick warning. It does get very emotional, so grab a tissue and enjoy.
Our first review is from Dial No Hype on Saturday. 5 stars. I was the low of lowest. It all started when my kids and wife died in a car crash. I was driving. I simply had the survivor's guilt, and I feel like it's all my fault because I was driving. I got fired, had to pay taxes, lost all my friends, and I thought about killing myself. I was a gambler, and I wasted all my money that I had left. I thought I was going to win a jackpot every single time. Then at the end, a doctor came to me and told me that I had testicular cancer stage 3. I thought I was over, but then a few days ago I found this app over an ad. God has blessed me. My wife and kids came back, I won a jackpot, and now I'm rich and have lots of friends, a well-paid job, and I no longer have cancer. Somehow, it's gone, all thanks to the best game of all time. Thank you, Flying Gorilla. You taught me how to live a happy life. Breathtaking. I shot Harambe.
Oh, man. This review is called My Dick's Hard. I've struggled with cancer in my life, and I was abused and made fun of for being bald, being called Caillou. After I beat cancer, it was so bad I shot up my school. I went to jail and rehab for 5 years. I thought it was over. I slept on a bench and lived off McDonald's Wi-Fi. One day though, I had a dream about a flying gorilla. Confused, I didn't worry about it until I tried to download a free gem hack for Clash of Clans. I got an ad about Flying Gorilla. I instantly knew this was a game for me, so I downloaded it and love came at first sight. Embraced with joy, I played it days on days, hours for hours. Flying Gorilla was there for me, and now I had the power to say the N-word whenever, and I live on the moon and look down on the peasants who don't play Flying Gorilla, with my 20-car garage, my 30 slaves, and my 50 wives, all because of one game. Thanks, Flying Gorilla, for godly gift of power. That was beautiful.
This is gonna get really emotional. Back when I was younger, I knew a very large gorilla. His name was Mikey. We used to play Fortnite together, watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and eat pizza. Then one day the alligator jumped into his cage and ate him alive. I began to cry and debated on jumping off a bridge. I never felt so lost. Then I looked at my app recommendations and saw it. Flying Gorilla. I was confused and opened it. As soon as I began playing, my mouth dropped. The model looked just like him. As soon as I kept playing, I felt a hand on my shoulder and looked behind me. The ghost of Mikey was standing there. We both smiled, nodded to one another, and sat down, playing hours and hours of the soaring above water ape. Then he put his hand out and showed me a couple pills. I took them because I trust Mikey, and he began to fade away once more. I laid against that bridge, noticing that it was all my schizophrenia, and all I have now is the thoughts of his big, brolic ape that plays Fortnite. I'm 100% lost out here in this world, with Flying Gorilla helping me cope with my ever-growing depression. Creeper. Oh man.
Was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Flying Gorilla saved my life. On Friday, 5 stars. 3 years ago, both my parents were shot dead in the street. The police were never able to locate the killer, and he is still running rampant in the streets to this day. Just last year, my niece and nephew were shot and killed too. The police suspect it was the same person. Those two were the closest things I've ever had to children. After they were gone, all happiness left me. I went into a deep state of depression and contemplated suicide. My sister and her husband killed themselves, unable to bear with the fact that their two little angels were gone forever. I had no shoulders to cry on, or people to comfort me. I was scrolling through Instagram with the noose around my neck, hoping that maybe something there could save me. And something could. I saw an ad for a game, Flying Gorilla. My interest was immediately piqued, and downloaded it, and played it for hours on end. That game turned my life around. I was able to find a girlfriend, get a job, make friends, and generally improve my life. And now, thanks to Flying Gorilla, I'm gonna be a father in 6 months. If anything goes wrong in my future, I know that I will always have Flying Gorilla to comfort me. The end.
My pee-pee hard.
There was a time when I didn't have Flying Gorilla. I was happy and I had everything I wanted. Well, that is what I thought at the time. I had a wife, 3 kids, and a dog, and a big house, and the CEO of a big company. My wife OD'd on poopanium. My kids joined a gang and all got shot by the cops. I was diagnosed with multiple diseases such as HIV, diabetes, Down syndrome, and poo-poo. I was recommended to try Flying Gorilla, and it has been the best thing that ever happened to me. I thought I had it all till I met Flying Gorilla. I don't have anything but Flying Gorilla. It is the only thing keeping me alive. I am practically playing Flying Gorilla 24/7. I don't eat anymore. It's just a waste of time at this point. I also don't need sleep or I don't shower. If there was a way I could put more than 5 stars, I would. I would pay money that I don't have to rate this app higher. Please get this game now.
Guys, it's Elon Please Help sent a review of Flying Gorilla 5 stars. If her body don't look like Flying Gorilla's, and then it cuts off because it can't fit on screen. Let's get on with the review, shall we? The way his gluteus maximus booty cheeks are perfectly shaped by the Lord himself, and the way his incredibly long arms grace the river which he roams upon when he needs to suddenly flip sideways and when he needs to dodge the beautiful 8-bit chicken. But the chicken's beauty does not compare to the masculinity and beauty of the Flying Gorilla himself, with the pecs hard as rocks. This year is 2074. Flying Gorilla is a new religion. Elon Musk has now created Teslas that gorillas can pull up in, because gorillas held him at gunpoint, and he had to because Elon has a family like I used to. But that's a different story for a different time. Thank you for turning in. Signing off for the night. By the way, it is currently 1:35 in the morning, and I am playing Flying Gorilla. I cannot stop. Just like heroin.
That was great.
I love Flying Gorilla. 5 stars. I can't live without Flying Gorilla. It's been 3 years. 3 years ago, I was a happy man with a lovely wife and 2 adorable children. I had a decent job and was living happily. When Flying Gorilla came out, I first heard it from my friends. Apparently, this was an app where you can fly as a gorilla. Those friends also sent me pictures they took. It looks fun, I thought. In fact, didn't buy it. At first, I logged into Flying Gorilla for half an hour. It was fun, but day by day, I log into Flying Gorilla more after a month. My daily routine of Flying Gorilla became 6 hours. I even forgot to eat or sleep. My wife tried to contact a doctor. I told him that there's nothing to worry about, and my wife is just making it up. As I was never leaving Flying Gorilla, my wife became mad and filled a divorce paper. I was too busy playing Flying Gorilla to even attend to court. As a result, kids' custody had been taken away. But That was nothing to worry about for me. I had Flying Gorilla, and that was the only thing important. I was fired soon after. I was never going to work. That made me happy since there was more time for me to use Flying Gorilla. I used my savings to rent a small apartment. There were no furniture but my phone and my chair. All of my acquaintances stopped speaking to me. I have no social life right now. The only thing stopping me from ending it all is Flying Gorilla. I can't even live without Flying Gorilla. Alright.
Flying Gorilla saved my marriage. 5 stars. By Flying Gorilla Master 69. For a long time, me and my wife have been having problems. We would constantly argue, and eventually she said she wanted a divorce. I begged her not to leave, but she said she didn't want to fight anymore and she's taking the kids. I decided to play games on my phone to put my mind elsewhere instead of thinking of her. I came across a game called Flying Gorilla and started playing it. I instantly fell in love with the game and couldn't think of anything else besides Flying Gorilla. Before my wife left me, I asked her one last thing, and that was to download Flying Gorilla. She did, and instantly loved it as much as I do. She realized how much better I had made her life and decided not to leave. Now we live happily with our 2 children, soon to be 3, playing Flying Gorilla. Thank you, Flying Gorilla. You saved my marriage.
Bravo.
Flying Gorilla saved my life on Friday. 5 stars.
Okay, pause. Alex is making too many f***ing noises over here.
Beer!
Chew your food first so it doesn't get picked up on the...
Alright, now?
Yeah, go. Start from the top. Go.